Good morning. It's October 29th. I'm Karen Hamstra, and welcome to Title Talk. Our first book today, we're just going to hop right into it, is a Christmas story. These get really prolific Christmas stories this time of year. This one is by Donna Van Leer, and it's called The Christmas Star. It's about a 32-year-old named Amy Dennison who volunteers at an after-school program where she meets a 7-year-old girl. And unbeknownst to Amy, the girl is quite a matchmaker, and she has someone picked out for Amy at the elementary school where the girl Maddie attends. And you just kind of have to see how the story unfolds, whether Amy and this guy ever get together. So that is The Christmas Star by Donna Van Leer. Sarah Bledel, The Midnight Witness. This takes place in Copenhagen. A young woman is found strangled in a park, and a male journalist has been killed in the backyard of the Royal Hotel in Copenhagen. Detective Louise Rick is put on the case of the young girl, but very soon becomes entangled in solving the other homicide too, when it turns out her best friend, journalist Camilla Lind, knew the murdered man. So again, The Midnight Witness by Sarah Bledel. Here's a nonfiction book. It's called If You Ask Me, and it is excerpts of the best advice from Eleanor Roosevelt's Ask Eleanor column, or maybe it was called If You Ask Me. I don't know. I haven't read the book. It has a lot of pictures on the flyleaves here, and it is excerpts. I just flipped it open, and the question I see here is, do you think being a millionaire is a help or a hindrance in political life? Maybe we could just expand that to life in general. That is located at 973.917092. If you remember our lesson, that 092 is for biography. Our other nonfiction book for the day is called In My Father's House, A New View of How Crime Runs in the Family. I am sorry for the glare on that. It is by a woman, I believe it's a man, Fox Butterfield. And it's the story of a woman and how her brother was involved in all sorts of crime, and she eventually turned him in, and what that did to the family. It looks just really interesting. It's a path-breaking examination of our huge incarceration problem through the lens of the family, specifically one Oregon family with a generations-long legacy of lawlessness. And I did look through the pictures, and it's like the whole family, their occupation was crime. This is at 364.3092. Stories about someone. I have a couple of large print books for you today. The Girl from Berlin by Ronald H. Balson. This is a modern day and a flashback historical novel, I would call it. A manuscript turns up that was written by a girl whose father was the concertmaster of the Berlin Philharmonic in the 1930s, and they are a Jewish family, and it's just the story of how her life changed as the Nazis gained power and what happened to them when they had to flee to Bologna through Italy, through Italy. Bologna is in Italy. That's our geography lesson for today, and that did not become the haven that the family had envisioned. If you like historical stories, The Girl from Berlin really sounds like it might just be for you. And then we have our last book for the day is called The Fashion Designer. This is also large print. The last one and this one were large print by Nancy Mosier. This one is about Annie Wood, who was a housemaid, and she turned to be a pattern designer. She opened with her colleagues a business in 1912 that designed clothes that were both fashionable and functional for modern busy women. And no one told her it would be easy, and it wasn't, because that just wasn't something you would be doing in 1912. So that's probably a lot of fun. We have a couple of more playaways. Our playaway spot last week attracted quite a bit of attention. This is J.D. Robb's Leverage and Death. I don't remember if I showed you what a playaway looks like. They're just this little machine, and on the back You have the controls. They're very simple. It's like running a CD player. You plug your headphones in and make sure the battery is in. Push play, and off you go listening to a novel. If you like go to the gym and work out on the treadmill or some other machine that can be boring, it's a great way to pass the time. And here's our second one. This one is Sandra Brown's Tailspin. We don't get very many of these. This is really unusual for us to have this many new ones at once because they are very expensive and we just don't have the money to buy them on a regular basis. We do have some regular audiobooks on CD. This is one by Jan Karen called Bathed in Prayer, and it is Father Tim's prayers, sermons, and reflections from the Mitford series. If you've listened or read any of the Mitford series, you know all about Father Tim. This one only has 6 discs, so it's going to be a pretty quick listen. And we have one called Summer at the Garden Cafe by Felicity Hayes McCoy. Of course, this one has a librarian in it. How about that? 21-year-old Jazz, who is the daughter of the town's librarian, has a secret she can't share, and she's still recovering from a car accident and reeling from her father's disclosures about his longtime affair. She's taken a job at the Old Forge guest house and begun to develop feelings for a man who's strictly off limits. So this is the second in a series, and it's the sequel to The Library at the Edge of the World. It is by, again, Felicity Hayes McCoy. And last but not least is one by Charlene Harris. She is quite a popular author. This one's called An Easy Death. And it is set in a fractured United States in the southwestern country now known as Texoma, where magic is acknowledged but mistrusted, especially by a young gun for hire named Lizbeth Rose. So it's kind of a fantasy, quasi-historical novel. And Charlene Harris. The audio stuff will be hopefully available towards the end of the week. Haven't worked on it yet, but it is here waiting for us. So hope you have a really good week reading, and I will see you next week.